Alright guys, today is the vacuum tutorial 101. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you've tried so many things to hit a vacuum and you just cannot seem to figure it out or get it to pull all the way up. So I was once you guys. For like 2 years I was practicing. I was like sucking in, blowing all my air out, sucking as hard as I can, and then there was just nothing. I will say though, this is going to take a lot of practice. I'm going to show you guys a few things, and if you implement it every morning and then every night, I think within a few months, depending on how well you connect with your transverse abdominals, you'll be able to pull a good vacuum. But it's something, even though I can pull it now very good, it's something I still practice every single day. I do my vacuums in the morning fasted on an empty stomach. And then every night I also do my vacuums with a stomach full of food and fluid. So essentially it's just abdominal control. So the only way to get it is by practice and repetition. So I'm going to show you guys a few things that I do, how I hit my vacuums, how I learned, and a few cues that I use to pull a vacuum. So step number 1. I like to lean up against my bathroom counter, kitchen counter, whatever it may be, something that's just waist level, like so. And then I like to take about a half step back to where my positioning is like this. So not parallel to the ground, but not fully upright, just like you're leaning up against the counter. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to blow all of the air out. And when I mean all of the air, I mean all of it, like so. So you're gonna blow all the air out till it literally feels like you are like gasping for air. And then now we use the vacuum. So once all the air is out, think of it like you're just sucking in your stomach as if you're trying to make yourself look skinny. Like, you know, when you were a little kid and you're like, I'm gonna suck in my stomach like this to make yourself look skinny. We're essentially gonna be doing that. So I want you to suck in the stomach and then think about pulling it up like this. So back and up. So let's see how this looks. Cool. And then once you get that vacuum, hold it for as long as you can, because ultimately it's kind of pointless to hit a vacuum if you can only hold it for 1 second. You want to be, especially if you compete, you want to be able to hit a front double and hold it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds if you have to. And just holding it is also going to help with that connection as well. So let's practice this again. So remember, lean up against something here, blow all the air out, suck in and then up. All right, so once you get that down, if it works for you, I like to do like 5 to 6 to 7 rounds. So that was 2 rounds. So 1 round is just holding it for as long as you can. That's 1 round. Then I take a couple breaths in between and then I go again. So 5 rounds minimum. Now, this is the next thing we're gonna do. Next thing we're gonna do is another technique, which has also kind of helped in a way, just because it's a different angle. So I like to lean up against the wall, lower back up against the wall, butt on the wall, everything on the wall, but legs out in front of you. So it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to blow all of the air out. And then this is actually going to be a lot harder to pull the vacuum because you're braced up against the wall. So here we go. And then we're going to focus on sucking in and then up. So think in and then up, like you're almost pulling your rib cage up. All the air is going to go into your chest essentially. ones are much harder. So there's one round. Now, I would say this is a little bit more advanced. The first one I showed you guys is probably the easiest, leaning up against something and then looking in the mirror, because you can actually kind of see your stomach. That helps as well. If you're able to get a mirror and really like look at your stomach, look at your midsection control, you'll really be able to visualize sucking in the stomach, blowing all the air out. And then we're gonna do a couple rounds here as well. Here we go. We'll go again. Another thing that helps is putting your hands on here. Like if you're ever training like a muscle, right? Let's say you're doing a bicep curl. If you want to feel it more, you put your fingers right here to really feel that mind-muscle connection. So you're training your transverse abdominis muscle right here. So being able to feel the vacuum, almost like you can feel it sucking in. Okay, that's option number 2. Option number 3, guys, is going to be laying on the ground. Similar to leaning up against the wall, it's just that your back is braced up against something. But for some of you guys, being able to just lay on the ground and focus on pulling in your midsection helps a lot too. This is another variation that I did that really helped me out when I first started trying to pull the vacuum. So you just want to lay completely flat, knees up. And this way you can actually just lay down and not use anything else and really concentrate on just pulling in this midsection. So your midsection should be completely relaxed. You know, you don't want to be flexing your abs and then trying to pull in. Midsection should be completely soft and relaxed. So as you can see, mine is nice and soft and relaxed. So same thing, guys. It's all about repetition and routine. Blowing all of the air out, sucking in, and then up. Here we go. All right. And then you can do a couple rounds of those. And I would say doing these 3 movements every single day. Don't do it for a couple days. Don't do it for a week. I'm telling you guys, like, this took me over a year. I was doing these exercises every morning and I could not pull any sort of vacuum. So I know it's very easy to get discouraged and you see some guys on Instagram or social media just pulling the sickest vacuum. Well, it's just practice. Some guys are able to hit it a lot easier than others. Some guys like myself, it takes a long time, but once you're actually able to hit that vacuum, it becomes so easy. You know exactly what cues to use in your brain. It's just all the air out, suck in, boom. Then, then you pull the vacuum. So hopefully these 3 tips help. Share it with a friend, comment if this helps you. And then also, if you have any questions, please comment below as well. Like I said, guys, multiple rounds of this every morning. Find which variation of these 3 you feel best and that you're able to pull the vacuum best and just work with that one. Honestly, the only one I do now is the counter one because I feel that one the most. Deep in the prep, I'll do 10 rounds. I'll do 5 in the morning fasted, empty stomach. That's going to be the easiest time because your stomach is empty to pull it. And then the hardest time to pull it is going to be at nighttime when you're full of food. But if you're able to pull a vacuum when you're full of food and fluid, you'll definitely be able to pull the vacuum on an empty stomach. So hopefully this helps, guys. This is my vacuum tutorial 101.